Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Again, we continue from where we stopped last class, which is building our sales dashboard. Now we have built the map dashboard. We need to continue from where we stopped. So let's check. So we've built the map chart. Again, let's take note. This is not the dynamic. This is not the dynamic approach because we can't easily switch to quantity. So that leads us to the question, how can we now make it dynamic? It's very simple. All you need to do is just copy the headers. We have the headers here. So Alt ES. Before I paste it, let me just move it a little bit to W or X. Let me leave it in X. Alt ES to paste special, then transpose, then press OK. Now we should have it in this format. So let me put my gray color right here. So what am I trying to create? That should be your next question. So what I'm trying to create is a switch to shows whenever I'm selecting anything. So let me just fill this to the right, though we are still going to populate that with formula. So again, I want to switch between revenue and quantity sold. So it's gonna be if, okay, so it's gonna be if, no, it shouldn't be if again. Let's just make this data validation, though we are still going to cancel the data validation, then make use of a switch. But let's make use of data validation. If you could recall, I've used data validation for the year before. So let's come on that data tab, data validation, then click list. We should have list here. Then what's your source of list? Let's just select these two. Then let's press OK. Good. So we can easily switch between revenue and quantity sold. This is not where we are going. Where we are now going is this place, where we are going to make use of our if statement. So if our revenue here is equals to, or let's make it in this format. Let's say if this, again, absolutely reference, because it's gonna be fixed, is equals to revenue right here. Good. Then give us what? Give us revenue, and let's impute something. So let's call it revenue selected, or selected revenue. It's based on your own personal interest. Else, what do we want to see? Else give us quantity sold, then also add what? Selected. So once you've done that, just close your bracket and press OK. So now we can see we are having quantity sold selected. So let's leave a space after the immediate first double quote. Very good. So let's expand this. Now the next thing we need to do is check if it is working perfectly, yes or no. So another thing we can do is let's change this to revenue. What is it going to give us? Now it's giving us revenue selected. So now we want to bring in our values. So to get our values, whenever we have revenue here, whenever this is equals, so we have if this is equals to revenue F4, instead of that we might have a spelling error. So let's just reference what we have here. So whenever this is revenue, absolutely reference, take note of my formula, meaning that whenever we have revenue in cell X6, then give us what? This value. Again, ensure this is absolutely also referenced. Ensure that is absolutely also referenced. Absolutely referenced. Then give us the revenue. Else, what do we want to see? Else we want to see our quantity sold. Okay, so what are we seeing? We are seeing quantity sold. Don't forget we need to copy our format. Alt ES. So we have Alt ES. What do we want to do? We want to paste we want to format the cell. So let's format it as paste that as format. Good. We've done that. Then again, let's switch to quantity sold. Very good. So what next do we need to do? Again, quantity sold should not be in naira form. So let's bring this back to absolute term. Let's bring this back to absolute term. So let's press Ctrl 1. Then instead of using currency, we bring it back to number, then with a separator with 0 decimal place. So once we've done that, the next thing we need to do is just try to fill this down. So double click on this, then switch back to revenue. Are we having the accurate revenue? Very good, we're having the accurate revenue. So how do we now change back our charts? So we need to click on the chart, right click, then click on select data. Now if you click on select data, it brings you automatically to the analysis tab. So if you are in the analysis tab, we are seeing the region that is showing our chart. So we need to change that. So come right here, then click that. So instead of us having this, we need to highlight just only the revenue right here. Good. So once we've changed that, again we need to change our horizontal axis label. So come here, select our years. Okay, so once you've done that, you should have your values absolutely correct. So let's see if it's going to work. So let's switch from revenue to quantity sold. Very good, you can see it's working perfectly. Now we have our quantity sold, we have our what, our revenue. Though don't worry, we are still going to do some formatting. Don't worry right now, we are still going to do some formatting so we can see those regions with values. We can see those regions with values. So let's go back. Good. So now we've created a dynamic approach. So let me just fill this gray color to the right, so we have it centered across selection. So the next thing we need to do is come back to the chart area, then let's format this. So let's bring this a little bit, switch to the side. Good, we don't need this. Good, also we don't need this. So let's right click, format data series. So you can see the options we have. We have map projection automatically, so you can also switch between automatical, you can switch between automatical projection. I don't know why it's not showing properly. Okay, we have I'm coming. There must be something wrong. Okay, we have automatic, Mercator, we have Miller. You can switch between them and check the futures. You can see the futures, right? So you can just keep changing and changing till you are satisfied with the respective future. So you are satisfied with the respective future. So let me quickly do undo to go back to the normal chart. Again, click on that. So again, let's check automatic. You can easily switch between automatic, Miller, Abels. It depends on your interest. But I prefer automatic. Let's not tamper with the preset setting. Then again, we have the plot area. Under the plot area, we have only region with data. So you might want to plot only the regions with data alone. You might also be interested in plotting country/region. You understand? It depends on your interest. You might also be interested in plotting multiple countries and region. You can see it depends on your own personal interest. Again, as I always mention, then what I would like to do is change it back to automatic. Change it back to automatic. I would prefer it in automatic. Then once you've done that, let's add map label. So we don't need to show, or let's just show those with what? Those with data. Meaning that best fit, those that what that has data. So let's expand. Let me zoom in a little bit. Good. So now we have those with data. If you observe, we are seeing each values. We are seeing each values. Then again, what do we need to do? Let's come down to our view. So under the view, I'm coming. Let me try to use white. The reason I'm using white is just to filter out what we have here. You can see when I change it back to, let's undo. When I leave it in the normal gray color, it's still showing me this, which is not relevant. So what we need to do is just change the color to white. So once you change the color to white, you are good to go. So the last thing we need to remove is this power by Bing. So how do we remove that? So a simple method to do that is very simple. Just come to your insert tab. So after you've gotten to your insert tab, click on shape, then click on this box. Let me drag it somewhere here. Let me just drag it somewhere here. I'm coming. I'm still going to adjust that. So let me expand a little bit. Then after expanding, I need to reduce the charts for the graph. So let me click on the map only. Click out, click this, click the map only. So let me reduce just only the map. Then let me reduce this, reduce. So once you have that in place, kindly change that to white, then change that to white, then remove the border line. Ensure there is no line as border. So also click on that, ensure you have what? No line. So once you've done that, click the two, then come to under shape, try to locate group, then group it together. So once you group it together, it shouldn't show again. Let's come back here. Before we group, let's click on this, ensure it has no outline. I can see some outline and presently no fill. Do we have that in place? Good. So again, let's continue. I can still see some outline for the in chart region. So click on shape once again. So under group, click on group, then click on just only the map area, then also ensure there is what? No line. Ensure there is no line. Very good. So once you've done that, again click on the chart, click on your blue your shape, then come back to shape format, then click on group, ensure that is group. So once you've grouped that, we can now start editing. I don't need this title, it's not necessary, so let's delete that. Good. So once you've done that, bring it down a little bit. We've not grouped it. Again, click, come down to shape format, ensure it is group. I'm coming. Why is it now not moving together? That means it's not grouped properly. So let's click on shape, this. I'm coming. Click this, shape format, then ungroup. Once you've ungroup, ensure you select it one after the other. This one, also this, then click group. So once you group it together, move it to ensure everything is well grouped and it's functioning properly. Okay, so good. The next thing to do now is very essential. You come right here. So once you come right here, we need to check, is everything working perfectly. Now we don't have the time to always come to the analysis tab, because if you check our guide right here, what we have is just a toggle giving us access to toggle between total revenue and total quantity we are getting there. So let's come back here. So we need to come back to our dashboard. In our dashboard region, again, we still need to move this down. Let's move it down. Good. So in our dashboard region, let's still move it down a little bit. Come to the developer tab. Under the developer tab, click on insert, then click on, you will see this little button here. It's talking about what? Option button. So once you click on the option button, try to drag it here. You can see option 2, then delete whatever we have inside. Ensure you delete everything. We are going to type our own using the text box. So once you've done that, okay, once your toggle is not working right now, don't panic. Let me do that once again. Insert button. So I want it somewhere around there. Again, delete. Then before you leave there, ensure you right click and click, then come to shape, ensure it is bring to the front, So once you've done that, click out, click on it once again, right click. So once you right click, before you even link it, duplicate it first. So once you duplicate, bring the second one to the right hand side. Sometimes it might be kind of tricky to click. Hold your control key and click on it, and it give you access to drag. Highlight the two together, then come down to shape format, then align the two to top. Align to top. So once you've done that, the next thing to do is now linking. So click on this, then right click, come down to format control. So now if you come under format control, wait a little bit. Now we have check on check. So click on cell link, then come down to analysis region, then click here. Let's just click anywhere from here, then press OK. Don't let us alternate any other thing for now. So once you've done that, kindly go back again. It's still not working. You need to link it. So that is why I said we are still going to change our format that we have here from data tab to from data validation to what, just a link that controls our button. So copy the empty format here, then paste it right here. So once you've done that, the next thing you need to do is press equals if statement, meaning that if this is 1, if this is equals to 1, take note, whenever that is equals to 1, what do we want to see? We want to see our revenue. Else, if it is 2, it means it shows quantity sold. Then we can do that and press enter. Very good. Now it's linked together. So let's go back here. So if you click on the second toggle, it should change to what? Quantity sold, not revenue anymore. Also, if you click on this toggle, the first one, now we have what? Revenue. You can see it's now changing and working based on our taste. So what are the things also we need to change furthermore? Okay, the things we need to do is add our total revenue region and our total quantity. So it's as simple as us coming down to where we have text here. Let me bring it up a little bit. Let me cancel it. So after I've done that, duplicate this, Control D. So after I've done that, just bring it somewhere around here. Also click on it and ensure it is bring to the front. So what we need here is not formula. We don't need formula because it's gonna be rigid. It's gonna be static. We don't want anything dynamic. So what we want here is just total. So we have our total revenue. Total revenue. Good. We don't want anything disturbing, so let's remove the background color. So come on that shape, format, under shape fill. We don't want that. We just want our preset white color. Good. Then we want to do some little formatting. We want the revenue to be bold. Then we want it in the company's color. So just come under shape text fill, and under the text field choose the company color. Then also reduce. So once you reduce and anything is not showing, just Control A, then come down to Home tab, change the font size to, I guess 14 should be fine. Good, 14 is fine. Also take note, we still need to reduce our map. It's going outside what we plan, outside the chart area. So I might be asking the question, okay, based on everything we'll be doing, if you are requested to print, will you be able to print all your areas, all your selected areas? Yes, we are still going to work on that. How to set print area. We are still going to that. How to set print area. Ensure it aligns perfectly. So once you've done that, also duplicate this. Then this will be quantity sold. Let me highlight this also and check this. Good, let's still leave it here. This will be our quantity sold. That will be our quantity sold. Should we bold everything? It depends on also your preference. I would like to have it in this format. Now the next thing we need to do is highlight by pressing control, hold your control key, highlight, highlight, then come down to your shape format, then ensure it is aligned to the top, aligned to the top. Very good. So once we've done that, we have it ready. Now the next thing we just need to do is just formatting. So see you in the next video for the formatting region. Thank you.